So a senator who was called out for her obnoxious no vote for $15 minimum wage is now calling sexism. Yeah, surprise, surprise. Let's go ahead and talk about it. So, Senator Samena decided she wanted to not only vote against $15 minimum wage as a Democrat, but she also was going to do so obnoxiously as she marches off in her ugly outfit, but I'm sure it was also an outfit that was also really expensive. So let's check out this article real quick, and then we're going to hear her comment. We're going to read her comments on it, but then we're going to look at the video. All right, so check out this article real quick. So Samena slammed for exaggerating, thumbs down on $15 minimum wage. Hand gestures are a commonplace in the Senate. Yeah, so you know it's about to get good. But Senator Kristen Samena is getting flack for the way she voted against $15 minimum wage. Senator Kristen Samena faced criticism Friday afternoon for the way in which she chose to vote against a provision that to gradually raise the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour with an exaggerated thumbs down hand gesture. 7 Democratic senators and 1 independent ended up joining Republicans in voting down the motion to include the wage hike in the new round of coronavirus relief, saying it didn't comply with the rules on the budget legislation. Yeah, that's what it was, I'm sure. Totally wasn't just another excuse. Although hand gestures are a commonplace in the Senate, particularly in the coronavirus era, Sinema's casual body language was disappointing to some obnoxious. I mean, sometimes obnoxious things can be disappointing, I'm guessing, but this is obnoxious, not disappointing. But it said it was disappointing to some who saw the gestures belittling the fight to end poverty wages. This is what Semena's office said. Commentary about a female senator's body language, clothing, or physical demeanor does not belong in a serious media outlet. Hannah Hurley, a spokesperson for Sinema, told Huffington Post. Fun fact. More than 800,000 Arizona residents would be affected by the minimum wage increase, which of course, that's what she would be at. You want to see the video, everybody?
Miss Sinema.
Okay, like.
Miss Sinema.
Okay. So, I think that we can all agree body language is important. Also, we can also agree women in general may come under more scrutiny in certain situations than men do when it comes to their body language. Women generally have to over-police themselves in most spaces when it comes to almost all things for fear of criticism from men that men wouldn't get from men. That both of those things can be true, okay? But also what is true is that she is being attacked for not even feeling she's obnoxiously voting no. It's one thing she goes, like if she says it, okay, you can hear me, okay, cool, okay, thank you. You know, that's not, so people are not just attacking her for the thumbs down. They're attacking her because once again, like the tweets, or excuse me, like the article said, 800,000 residents would be positively affected by this $15 minimum wage increase just in her state. Just in her state, bro. Obviously, we're at a point where even $15 minimum wage is not enough. We really should be around 2025. But the fact that she can vote against this this is a minuscule bare minimum increase, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, I just feel like we should constantly reiterate that FDR, when he created the labor laws and he mandated minimum wages, he put that power, that authority in the executive office's hands. So they don't have to actually vote on this. Biden is choosing not to give it to us. So I feel like we should just go ahead and reiterate that. But like I said, people are attacking you because of the culmination of you're voting against it, you're being obnoxious about it, you're unapologetic about it. We don't really buy the reason you're claiming you're voting against it. And you're a Democrat in a state where 800,000 people would be positively affected by the minimum wage increase. And you're a Democrat who by and large ran on a minimum wage increase, right? I think we all remember that. Fair wages. They're going to give him fair wages. Remember, he was like, I'm going to give him fair wages. So it's clearly not happening. His own Democrats are voting. And of course, no one's surprised by this. This will be the case. This will continue to be the case for the rest of the Biden administration. And they will come up with a different excuse for why they're being criticized every single time. Oh, you're a Trump supporter. Oh, you're sexist. Oh, you're racist. Oh, you just hate the left. You're just a crypto fascist. Bombing kids in Syria is cool. Let's look at some other responses, though. Let's look at some other responses from people who voted for this administration and seem to want to refuse criticism of Democrats when those of us who are trying to hold them accountable in a way that would have made sure that they at least knew we would come at them back in the day. We were doing that before. They didn't want to do that. So now the Democrats are acting like they can get away with everything, including literal murder, because they can. So let's check out some of this stuff. Oh, look who it is. Walker Brogman. I'm sure this won't come back to hunt the Democrats. Because everybody knows voting for Biden sure won't come back to hurt the Democrats. In fact, voting for Biden is coming back to hurt all of us. And Walker Brogman was one of the ones who told us to vote for him and attack people who said otherwise. Walker Brogman is one of the ones who tells us to vote blue no matter who and attacks anyone who says otherwise. Walker Brogman is also one of those people who was on Elizabeth Warren's nuts. You know, like Walker Brogman is clearly an opportunist. And for the rest of this damn administration, we gonna continue to remind these people who they are, what they voted for, and how these little opportunistic takes of accountability of the Democrats now don't mean anything when before you refused to do it. And we know for a fact, people, that the moment that the opportunity comes back up again, guess what they're gonna tell us to do? Vote blue no matter who. So here's what we gonna keep on reminding them. We gonna keep on reminding them that, let's go back to that. We're going to keep on reminding them you'll vote for them anyway. And this is a statement that is almost universally applicable in almost all of these situations. Oh my God, Biden bombed Syria. Who could have seen this coming? Well, everybody. And you knew that. You voted for him anyway. And it doesn't matter if you bomb Syria in your mind because, well, you're going to vote for him anyway. So I don't know why you're bringing it up. Are you just bringing it up to talk about how sad you are about your vote to perpetuate this nonsense? Oh my God, Biden's not passing minimum wage. What happened? It doesn't matter because if it's him versus, let's just say, Trump again, for whatever reason, you're going to vote for Biden anyway. So it doesn't matter. Oh my God. Biden isn't going to ban fracking. You know, he's been gay. Can't believe this. Oh my God. Democrats support fracking. Yeah, because you're going to vote for them again anyway. That's why. Do you know why there were a lot of Senate and House Republicans that had to bite their tongue for the entirety of the Trump administration and even a little bit before and after, during the election, because Yeah, we can feel how we want to about Trump, but at the end of the day, his audience and Republicans who support him has made it very clear. If you don't support him, we will work actively to take you down. And you actually saw Republicans, the traditional conservative Republicans being taken down all across the country in primaries because they were either not not that they were necessarily even anti-Trump, but they weren't pro-Trump enough, or they were explicitly anti-Trump. And that the awareness that you would be held accountable does have an effect on the way people move in the political space. This is obvious. This should be obvious stuff, bro. But they're going to come up with a different excuse every single time. Okay? Like, this is just who they are. Walker Brogman, Jank, TYT, AOC, the whole blue no matter who, even Bernie. Let's be honest, people. They're going to continue to tell you vote blue no matter who. So the fact that they're trying to, oh my God, this is going to come back to haunt the Democrats. I mean, does it really haunt the Democrats? Haunt them how? When the people who because like Walker, TYT, Sam Cedar, those are the gatekeepers to the quote unquote progressive, or really the neo-progressive left. Those are the ones who can sit there and be like, yeah, we're gonna vote. We're progressive. We don't totally support all this. And then the moment that it's opportunistic, they switch over and then they bring everybody with them. Those are the ones that Dems are reliant on to win elections without scrutiny or accountability if they do cheat. And that's how they get all this stuff. So is it really going to bite them in the butt? No, because they might get a Republican next time. They might lose, right? That doesn't necessarily mean the Democrats are suffering. We know for a fact at this point, Democrats fundraise the best when they have a Republican to blame for why things can't get done. Their fundraising hurts and is hurting because they have no one to blame anymore. We know that this is just reality. So it's not going to necessarily hurt the Democrats in the long run because they went from, they were hurting a little bit. Then they began breaking records in fundraising and all that other good stuff. And engagement and organizations and nonprofits. And now, back to square one. But they got all their money already. Walker, you're the dumbass that isn't seeing. They don't care. They don't really care all that much about maintaining office, but maintaining power and maintaining their money. Yeah. That's how they define whether or not something is bitten them in the ass. And they've shown us time and time again, like, that people still believe that the electoral politics is the ultimate form of accountability. Maybe eventually, but we got to start holding Democrats accountable in every single, not just Democrats, of course, everybody knows this. But Democrats are the ones who are telling me they want to do this shit. They're the ones telling me they want minimum wage. But yet y'all out here joining Republicans. And I'm supposed to only care about Republicans, right? I'm only supposed to care about and attack Republicans. Trust me, they get their fair share too. I'd love to know what y'all think about this. Like this video, share this video, leave a comment below, but always remember, more than anything else,